Sam Altman wanted to take his company OpenAI to the next level, but in a twist of fate, he finds himself out of his own company.
Hey Beer, something really unexpected and intriguing has come up. Have you heard about the confirmed leak of OpenAI called Q? Let's dive into the details of what Sam Altman said in the recent interview. In this eye-opening interview, Sam Altman highlighted the significant issues within our government structure. The conversation is enlightening, albeit with some intentional vagueness in certain statements. This vagueness is likely a strategic move to maintain professionalism, steering clear of making bold statements that could potentially impact not only the company's image, but also their personal reputation. Let's zoom in on a key moment in the interview where Sam Altman discussing his firing. When OpenAI's board asked him to return right after letting him go, Altman initially felt hurt and angry. However, he quickly shifted his perspective, recognizing his deep connection to the company over the past 4.5 years. Altman had devoted significant time and energy to advancing the mission of safe and beneficial artificial general intelligence. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and it has set the stage for the revelation about Q that underscores his legitimacy. Sam Altman, in response to a question about the Q model breakthrough, dropped a bombshell. Instead of denying or dismissing it, he responded with a cryptic, "No particular comment on that unfortunate leak." Translation: the leak is true, but he's not spilling the details. This revelation has serious implications, forcing us to reconsider information we may have never initially dismissed. In essence, Reuters' assumption that there was indeed something called Q seems spot on, and the source they spoke to within OpenAI were likely legit. This isn't just hearsay. It's a statement from the big boss himself, Sam Altman, giving the confirmation a solid foundation. Now, let's reassess everything we know about Q with this new perspective. Altman continued, emphasizing the consistency of OpenAI's stance over time. The focus has been on expected rapid progress in technology, while tirelessly working to ensure safety and benefits. This statement sets the stage for a deeper exploration of the Q situation from a fresh angle. Altman emphasizes the consistency of OpenAI's commitment to progress and engagement with the world. Despite not commenting on specific projects, he expresses the belief that progress in research is ongoing, and they aim to make it as good as possible. Now that the Q leak is confirmed, it opens the door to re-evaluating other information we might have brushed off earlier. The spotlight turns to the initial source, Reuters, and its letter. This letter, being the earliest piece of information, becomes crucial in reshaping our understanding of the situation. The confirmation of Q leak suggests that there could be more truths hidden in the shadow. In an interview with Mira Murati, when asked about any changes in OpenAI's safety approach, she insisted that it had nothing to do with safety. But here's the twist. It's hard to shake off the feeling that we're not getting the full story. To unravel this mystery, let's rewind to the origin of the leak. Reuters report. The article reveals that several staff researchers wrote a letter to the board, alerting them to a powerful AI discovery that could pose a threat to humanity. What's intriguing is that there were two key developments mentioned, the previously unreported letter and an AI algorithm, both significant enough to trigger the board's alert. Digging deeper, it's important to note that if several staff members wrote the letter, it likely wasn't common knowledge among senior developers like Sam Altman. They might have discreetly penned the warning, and the board took immediate action, leading to Altman's subsequent dismissal. It seems plausible that the staff quietly drafted a warning letter to the board, possibly without the knowledge of the top-tier figures. Now, the leak faces a challenge. The Reuters report cited the letter as a crucial factor in the board's decision to oust Altman. However, there's a catch. Reuters couldn't get its hands on a copy of an actual letter. The staff who wrote it remained silent, refusing to comment on the matter. This poses a significant problem because it leaves us in the dark about the authenticity and the content of the letter. The leaked letter, which circulated online, remained unverified by Reuters. OpenAI, when contacted by Reuters, acknowledged the existence of a project called Q and a letter to the board. However, they declined to comment further. In an internal message to staff, Mira Murati, a longtime executive, notified them about certain media stories without verifying their accuracy. Reuters, unfortunately, still couldn't get their hands on the elusive letter. This letter has been dissected before, but hold on tight because more information has surfaced, and it doesn't debunk the letter. If anything, it strengthens its credibility. This reevaluation is disconcerting, and while we hope the letter turns out to be untrue, recent developments are pointing to the opposite direction. The potential ramifications are far-reaching and the implications are nothing short of shocking. When asked if Altman wanted to get back on the board, he responded, "This is going to sound like a PR talk. It's not my area of focus right now. I have to maintain a very difficult, important and urgent work. I want to be able to do my job well." Sam Altman shed light on where his focus truly lies, emphasizing that being on the board is not his current priority. Instead, he's immersed in urgent work, struggling with the pressing task of ensuring that Q doesn't pose a threat to humanity. This shifts the spotlight into the critical nature of the project and raises questions about its potential impact. Building on this, some individuals within OpenAI believe that Q could be a breakthrough in the research of artificial general intelligence. Despite previously covering the vast computing resources dedicated to the project, it's worth revisiting. The new model, referred to as Q, demonstrated the ability to solve certain mathematical problems. While limited to the level of grade school student, the optimism among researchers is palpable. What makes this development particularly alarming is Sam Altman's acknowledgement that the leak is unfortunate. The existence of the Q project is confirmed, but the uncertainty looms over the authenticity of its capabilities. The Reuters letter, while unable to confirm these capabilities, seems to gain credibility in light of the recent revelation. It's becoming increasingly apparent that Q might not be a mere conspiracy theory. If Q is a real project and its leak was indeed unfortunate, why are there conflicting statements about the reason behind Sam Altman's departure? Elon Musk and others associated with OpenAI have reached out without specifying any reason, leaving a cloud of uncertainty. The deliberate vagueness and the absence of a clear explanation raise eyebrows. It could be related to AI safety, the breakthrough nature of Q, or an undisclosed third reason. Instead of fixating on why Sam Altman was fired, the focus should shift to understanding what Q is and how advanced OpenAI is achieving artificial general intelligence. The confirmation of Q leak implies substantial progress in the work, potentially bringing them closer to AGI. Questions also arise about Ilya Sutskever's future role at OpenAI. Sam Altman's mentioned they are figuring out what to do with his position. The new model called Q, though seemingly focused on solving basic math problems, apparently triggered internal unrest at OpenAI. While the ability to solve basic math problems may seem modest, experts in the field suggest that this represents a substantial leap forward in AI capabilities. Existing models often struggle with logical reasoning and abstract concepts, making symbolic reasoning a significant challenge. Charles Higgins, co-founder of AI training startup Rumours and a PhD candidate in AI safety, emphasized that if the new model can excel in symbolic reasoning, it signifies a remarkable advancement. Sofia Kalinovska, another co-founder of Tremora and a PhD candidate, shed a light on the potential behind the name Q, hinting at a combination of two well-known AI techniques, Q learning and A research. This suggests that the model could integrate deep learning techniques, akin to those powering ChatGPT. With human-programmed rules, such an approach may hold the key to addressing issues like the chatbot's hallucination problem. While some folks are getting hyped about the reported AI breakthrough, not everyone is buying into the excitement. Gary Marcus, a critic of deep learning, isn't entirely convinced about Q's reported superpowers. In a blog post, he pointed out the common trends of making big claims about AI advancement and compared it to saying, "Today, it works for grade school students. Next year, it will take over the world." In the grand scheme, while the Reuters article is more likely true than not, the specifics remain unclear. The recent statement by Sam Altman lends credibility to certain aspects of the article, indicating that there was indeed an abrupt development. Do you think there's any truth to this at all? Let us know in the comment sections below. Thanks for watching. Until next time.